Alright everyone, so today we are going to be playing Super Mario Galaxies, but we're going to be basically eliminating the factor of the gravity. Typically, when you jump around this game, you get pulled back down to the Earth, or whatever planet you're on. Well, with some cheats and stuff like that, we can actually just force our character beyond these boundaries. It's pretty interesting. You just to play around with this. So starting off, we're going to be playing as Luigi because Luigi is my favorite of the two brothers. But I still love Mario, but Luigi is definitely one of my... I always tried to play him when I was younger. But let's see, audio's fine. Hello, hello. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is actually going to check out, actually show you guys what I'm talking about. So as you can see, I can just fly. So the unique thing about this is we'll actually get to go beyond the boundaries of all the different areas in this game. And a lot of the planets have overlapping gravity, which is kind of fun. So the first thing we're actually going to do is we're actually going to go to the Gateway Galaxy. So the Gateway Galaxy is the first place you start in the game. Right after the Star Festival, you basically go through this small area. You don't return to that area until near the end of the game. And the way to get up to it is actually through this little house right up here. Let's see. Norway Duck. What is this stream going to be about, SwankyBox? I'm assuming Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, so this is going to be Super Mario Galaxy sort of with a twist. To sort of show the boundaries of the levels and stuff like that. But there's actually a lot of cool hidden stuff, too. Like, I'll start off with this one, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. So we're just going to go to the default mission, which is the Grand Star Rescue. This is where you come, if I remember correctly, this is where actually you come back to this place to actually get the Grand Star, but for the end of the game. But so what's unique about this level is, like I said before, you start the game here, but later on in the game, this place becomes accessible again. And when you come back the second time, there's some interesting things you can encounter. But what I want to show you is, so we're just going to blast off. So all planets in this game, when you leave their gravitational field, they pull you in a specific direction. So usually straight up north. So by default, when Luigi jumps, even if I jumped on the other side of the planet, it's always going to force me to one position in particular. So even if I were to, long jump this way, eventually, it's going to pull me back to where this gravity is emitting from. So we're going to go back to this point, and we're actually going to float out, because I want to show you guys something that's kind of neat. And I'll show you exactly what it is once we get out here. So once we get out here, we actually kind of like take the camera and look around. You can see this, the big planet and stuff like that. Some neat stars. But there's some places around here. It's like a weird supernova over there. There are some places around here that actually, they might not even show up on this side. I'll have to double check. Let's see if as I'm falling back down. Okay, so there they are. As you can see, there's other planets. And these planets are ones you go to earlier in the game. But there's also these warships. So these warships right here that you see, these actually, you don't ever get to go on these. So these are just here. And if you were to actually try to get on these warships in particular, as you can see, they kind of pop in and out of the range of the camera. But these warships actually don't have gravity. So if you were to land on them, Luigi is still affected by the planet's gravity that he originally came from, or the closest one to it. So there's not really you can't really stand on it per se, because it will cause you to just get sucked back. But what's neat, that's sort of neat, is because there's a lot of stuff in the background of this game that just is still there. And a lot of times, as a kid, I always wanted to go and seek these things out. But I always loved this particular level. It's like super peaceful. Like, I think that's what Super Mario Galaxies was for me. It was like the whole game was sort of like a meditative experience. It was a lot of fun, but a lot of the places, the music is fantastic. So there's a lot of interesting things. So before we move on to the next place that I want to show, I'm actually going to look into the chat. Super WTF 64 LOL. That's an awesome name, by the way. Says, the observatory looks like a giant witch hat. Gruntilda's lair confirmed. It does. It does look like a giant witch hat. Let's see. Sleeping Beagle. Super Mario Galaxy. More like Strange Mario Galaxy. Let's see. The Brick Cave. Knee hump. So what the Brick Cave just said, specifically, so the phrase knee hump is what it sounds like when Mario is doing his up smash in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That's from one of my misheard video games videos. So gonna exit out of here. Go back to the observatory. The remote behaves correctly. Okay. That guy, Space Junk Galaxy, is the best video game level of all time. Really funny you mentioned that because that's exactly where we're going. So actually, this week's video is actually on Space Junk Galaxy. So I've been spending a lot of time playing around with it this week, amongst some other levels. But Space Junk Galaxy is interesting because there's a lot of neat things in it, but also because it seems like it's a hodgepodge of a lot of other galaxies. So once we get over to there, if I remember, I'm pretty sure it's in the fountain. But let's see. So once we get in here, we can shoot up the Space Junk Galaxy. Aqua Griffin. Aqua Griffin says, this game was my life for a really long time. It still is, don't tell anybody. That's nothing to be ashamed of. This game was really fantastic. It was a lot different than the other Mario games. It has a different pacing to it. But it is still a phenomenal game. And the environments in this game are really cool. I mean, just having Mario in space in general is a win in my book. Especially since, it amplifies his sort of jumping ability and things like that. Alright, so Space Junk Galaxy. Norway Duck, first time seeing your face, by the way. I do a lot of vlogs and stuff like that. YouTube may not notify you all the time, but I do try to put out some vlogs, and I'm going to try to put some more live camera stuff into some of my videos coming out. But, yeah, hopefully you'll see a lot more of the Swanky Smile. Okay. So we're going to go to Polestar Path, which is the first mission in particular. So Space Junk Galaxy is actually known as Stardust Galaxy in the other translations of the game, which I always thought was interesting because it makes me wonder why they actually just changed it to Space Junk. And if you do some research on the actual, game, and you look into some of the background behind it, it actually seems like the boss from this place in particular. I don't know if I can actually see it on this one, but the boss, I think it's Tarantula, something. Seems like it was actually from one of the ghost levels and not actually meant to be here. But I just thought that was an interesting tidbit of information. So what I love about this place is each of these little things, like all the levels in the game, have their own independent galaxy or their own independent gravity. So what I'm going to do is actually going to, just by exiting the gravity of that top piece, you get forced down to this area. And what's cool about this is no matter what mission you're at on the game, you can still force yourself out of the gravity and come back down to this specific area right here where I'm standing. So it doesn't matter if you're doing the warships in the sky, if you're here to fight the boss, if you're doing the purple coin challenge, you can always get back to this area right here. Which is really, I think it's neat because like the game doesn't want you to be down here, but it's a neat thing that you can do to kind of check out the different areas and stuff like that. So this is what's known as Polestar Path. But this level is just so, I mean, so relaxing, even though it's just a bunch of debris and stuff floating in space. Come on, Luigi, land. Okay. Let me actually catch up in the chat real fast. Destructor. Destructor? Sorry if I butchered that. Tunoscopy was a series that was started by myself and my friend, Termo Lazy. So Termo Lazy is actually the one who kind of does majority of the work on it now. And there's going to be some changes coming with that in the future. But yeah, he's the one who sort of moves that series forward. Which gives me some more bandwidth to actually kind of create some of the other videos on the channel. Let's see. Catching up on some other things. The reason I have only seen your face is because I actually only watched your theories. Also, the Games and Games videos. Yeah, you know, this SwankyBox is sort of a variety channel. And I just kind of create what is, I guess, fun to me. I should also mention that I have infinite health on. So that, for the sake of exploring, I turned some cheats on for this. But, so, now that we're over here, let's see if I can get to the camera. So we're actually going to go up into this area. If I can get the camera to work. There we go. So, I always thought these blocks were neat up here because they auto-conform to where you walked. But, and just kind of seeing them in their natural state of just floating through here. This is sort of what Space Junk Galaxy was all about for me. It was about just existing. The music to this level is fantastic, and there's not a lot of, I guess, replay value here. It's a very, linear place, but there's just a sense of desolation here that's kind of really neat for a level. One of my favorite places is actually right over here. And this is sort of like a planet that is stuck inside of a glass orb, and it sort of looks like it's colder in there. But yeah, this was really the only place within this area that I guess you can really classify as a planet to some degree. But that is where really, I guess this was one of my favorite places in the map. But again, like the gravity here and stuff all overlaps. So I'm going to see. I can't think if this actually might kill me. We'll see. I think it's actually going to force me back to the beginning of the level. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to actually go to a different place here. On the same level, because there is, I want to show you what I was talking about earlier. This is actually the wrong place. As I go to the beginning of the game. Let's try this one. There we go. So now if we go to these warships, so the second mission here is, I just exited. Well, that sucks. Let's try this again. So the second mission here, basically, Camella, which is the female Kamek, I believe, attacks, and there is warships come and attack the actual galaxy. So one of the things that's interesting is we can still get to the rest of the level, even though there was some I guess it's very linear. It wants to force you one way. Give me 1 second. All right. So typically here, you just want to pop up here, and then it takes you to the actual ships. So you're not supposed to be able to get over to these different areas. You're supposed to go up there, go across 2 or 3 ships, and then, you can still get to the rest of the places in this level by abusing the gravity. So that's what we're gonna do, to show you that one level area again. So we can actually force our way up here. We're actually eventually gonna catch the gravity if I remember correctly, we'll catch the gravity of the that circle path again. Kenneth Gutierrez, I notice you. Same with the Gaming Paradise. So let's see. And I totally just lied to all of you because that did not work. We'll see if I can get it to work at a different angle. See if Luigi goes off this way. There, maybe, maybe, maybe. Luigi, where are you going? Yay! Okay, so the funny thing is, the music completely changes because now it doesn't know I'm supposed to be going and fighting the warships. It thinks I'm actually on the path for the original level. So actually, all the stuff down here that we were just at before actually goes to a dead end. And you actually can't get up to this platform up here because the sequence for the level has been broken. If we're on the path for a different mission, the stars and the elements to this particular mission are not loaded. So when you get to the end, so hypothetically, if we were to go down this path and get to this ship right here, this flying piece of metal, you can't go anywhere and you're stuck there. And that's because we're not supposed to be down here at all. But I thought that was worth showing because it's sort of neat. Being able to just break, I guess, the boundaries of it and see what's sort of going on. So now I'm actually going to pop back up to those warships. You guys give me a second. And this weekend, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, there's going to be a pixel portal on Space Junk Galaxy, kind of highlighting a lot of cool things. Some other things I kind of went over in the stream, but yeah, it would definitely be kind of a pretty cool, chill video. Because this level in particular was very important to me growing up. I really enjoyed it. A lot of these levels in this game I really enjoyed. So we're going to go back to the airship real fast again and just go up top because I can show you. You can start the boss battle and then you can actually leave the boss battle. So we'll go do that real fast. Roger Tillman, I notice you. Hello, thank you so much for coming to the stream. Alright, so we're going to shoot up here to these warships. We're not going to do anything we're supposed to do with these warships. We're actually just going to jump over. Because who needs to knock down the bridge when you can just fly? I don't know if I can make it to this one. We'll see. So the one thing about the moon jump code is you get easily affected by the gravity you left. So actually, I don't have much control over the direction I'm going. I have a little bit, but in particular, I don't have too much control. So let's see. So actually, we don't need to do anything over here. So we're gonna again try to long jump to this other ship because, oh geez, why not? If the camera would cooperate, that is. Come on, come on. Go for it, Luigi! Fly! Goobin, I've noticed you, and I am king of the ice cream sundaes. Oh no, I've been affected by the gravity of the planet we left before. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to... Let's see where this takes us. Is it back to the ship? Oh, it's actually back to the ship. Usually it takes me back to that area we were at before. I think I'm stuck, though. I don't think I can get out of this. Oh, wait, there we go. Spin jump saved the day. Okay. So we'll actually take the normal star over there. So get lucky 12341. Yeah, there is a flying code that lets you just fly wherever you want. For this, I'm just using the moon jump just to show the sort of, I guess, the gravity. But yeah, there is a better control that or a better code that would offer more control for what I'm doing. But this one in particular, we're just going to use the modified jump. So the modified jump is kind of interesting because if you hold down the moon jump when you land, sometimes Luigi will kick off the ship. That one in particular didn't, but if he hits it at a certain angle, he'll actually just skip off the ship and then just fly to his death while still in the landing animation, and it's pretty funny. Norway Duck. Is Kamek a he or she? I'm not sure. I mean, I think a he, but seeing as there's Camella, I believe this thing's called Camella we're going over to right now, I'm going to assume he's a he because this is probably the female version. But I was actually doing this yesterday, just messing around. It should warp me to the center. Yeah, okay. So I believe this is, yeah, Camella. So for this fight, I'm not going to fight her because I want to show you that you can exit this just like everything else. So we're actually just going to long jump out of here while the boss fight's still going on. Oh no, I think I'm getting warped all the way back to the gravity. I actually don't know where I'm going. Okay, I'm going to die here in a second. I got caught in the gravity of a black hole. What is this? Airship, save me. Come on. So close. If I get burned, it would actually help me. Because it would refocus my trajectory. But I think I can still do a spin jump as well. There we go. Okay, so let's actually look at this boss fight from far away. I'm gonna get over here so that these guys don't bother us. Let's go to the back of the ship. Let's see. Okay. And I can't use the camera, so we're gonna use this one. So let's see. I wanna see. I believe she just keeps shooting shells off in the direction you're at, which is kind of funny. I think I tried doing this with a fight at a different level too, except I don't think I could escape it like I could this one. But let's see. Other than this, there's just the tarantula guy, or the end boss. So we're actually gonna pop over to that. I just wanted to show you that the battle still continues even though you left the proximity of the fight. Which is really interesting for Super Mario Galaxies because usually everything is contained in orbs. So if I leave the orb that has the boss battle music playing, usually it switches. Similar to when we went down below earlier, and it switched from the warship music to the actual level music. So we're actually gonna pop over to the last mission. In this particular level series. And this one's interesting because Tarantox, as people have some uncovered online, Tarantox is the boss of this stage. But, or I guess the real boss anyways. But a lot of people believe Tarantox was not actually from this level. Because a lot of the, in the files and stuff like that, it says a lot of the objects are grave related. And hint at that it was supposed to come from the haunted levels. So this boss was actually, I think, supposed to be at one of the haunted levels in the game. And beyond that, some of the artifacts here, the floating spaceships and stuff like that, also were supposed to be artifacts from different areas. And I think actually another boss has one in specifically that you can see. But we're just gonna go and do these little doohickey things. I think the Pulse Star Paths are probably my least favorite thing in Super Mario Galaxies. I don't know. I always thought they were kind of a little hokey, but it's sometimes a little hard to navigate, especially if your Wiimote did not line up exactly with what you were trying to, aim for. I would say I did enjoy the speedrun elements of the Pulse Star Path places, though. So this place in particular, what I always loved about this planet was it was like its own little ecosystem inside this glass jar. Very much like a fishbowl, except, it has its own caverns and stuff like that. And it's lit up. You have these different lights and stuff within here, and it always made me wonder who lived here. A lot of times, when I was a kid playing this stuff, like I always overthunk the games a ton. I would just overthink the areas I was in, trying to determine who specifically lived on this planet. You know, who spent all this time on this planet. But the Yoshi planet up here was kind of interesting too, just because it was a Yoshi head, and it's actually the colon's cropping it out right now. But the Yoshi head up here is covered with Goombas, and it's just weird because there's like, I don't know, I think there's like 16 or 12 Goombas on the planet. But again, you know, as a kid, I always wanted to know why these things existed. So we're gonna pop down to near the boss area now. And I think actually once you jump down in here, you can't get out because there's actually an invisible ceiling, I think. Or the gravity is so intense that it won't... Okay, you can get out. I don't think you can normally get out unless you have... I guess unless you use the pole star right there. But I always thought that was kind of interesting that you couldn't just jump out. Let's see. So we're gonna... So this is a kind of caverns and stuff. Actually, we'll see if I can put down a first-person view for this, because that was one of the neat things I always thought about this area was actually being within this area. And seeing it from Luigi's perspective. Instead of just being an onlooker looking through the glass, really just getting in here and diving and seeing what these caverns are like. Why are these flaming, glowing Q-tips down here? Like, what in particular, what purpose do those serve? You know, the flower patch here. How did the seeds for this flower patch get here if it was, you know, always contained inside of a glass orb? But let's actually take the star out of here. If I can navigate through this maze and find where it's at. Not right there. Let's see. Ken Kaneki? Shout out me, please. You've just been shouted out. Is your name from Tokyo Ghoul? That name sounds very familiar. And I watched that show a long time ago. If that is just your last name, that's awesome. But that's what it made me think of. Let's see. Okay, here's the star. Darth for alligator? I have no idea how... You know, you said, how do Mario and Luigi not freeze to death in outer space? I have no idea. I also have no idea how they don't, like, just die from having no oxygen. Maybe Luma, you know, the little dude that's underneath your hat, has something to do with it. But I'm not 100% sure, honestly. That was always interesting to me, too, trying to figure out why exactly they were able to do all this stuff and not just die. Let's see, the miniature. Okay, so these areas right here, and you guys will see this in my pixel portal, if I don't die, right here. But, so this gate right here, as a kid, I always wanted to know why it was here. You know, was all this stuff to honor this spider? So what? Also another thing, I don't know if anyone ever noticed, but so watch this in particular. So you have this toad, right? So this toad is stuck to this launcher. And the interesting thing about this is, in order to get him off this launcher, you have to launch him. But everywhere around here leads to death. So if he was launched into space, he would get consumed by the black holes of this level. So it's weird because I never thought about it as a kid, really, but you just kind of kill this dude. Like, watch. We'll launch him, and he'll just go off in space and die. Oh, he's actually over there. So, yeah, interesting. Yesterday when I was playing, I launched him behind me, and he just disappeared forever. So I felt really bad because I thought I killed the dude. That's really interesting. So the spider, actually, we don't really need to even go over here. Let's see. So one thing that's interesting about these ruins, so these floating blocks have some crop circles on them, which made me always think of, like, what was this original area for? Why was there this gates in particular out here. Why was there, you know, these things? Why was Captain Alamar and Louis' spaceship here? Why was it destroyed? It makes you think, like, did more Pikmin people die out here? And then you have this giant sort of clamshell of a planet that has this spider boss in it, which is strange to begin with because it's completely sealed. But it makes me wonder if, like, this boss actually had something to do with killing these things. But that's kind of like just a recap of this level. Let's actually get into some interesting, you know, blowing the boundaries of the actual game with the gravity. Because I want to show you. So we are actually going to sequence break the opening scene to the game, which is actually kind of interesting. So now we are here. So this is the beginning of the game. We're Mario. This is where you first start off. So when you start a new file, this is where you start off. So what's interesting about this area is you normally can't get over anything. Like here, you start here. You know, you talk to these dudes. But if you have gravity, you can just go back to where you came from. So the camera gets stuck. But if we use, you know, if we pop back here, we can actually see the path that all this stuff came from. So when I would play this, I would just wander back here. So the floor actually disappears. So the collision for the floor stops here in a second, and I'm gonna fall to my death. I don't know exactly when it is, but you know, as a kid, I always wanted to know what was back here. What exactly, you know, where did Mario come from? Where are we at in the mushroom world? If we keep walking, we just die. Or I think we die. I think it just says too bad, or we just fall forever. Let's see. Mario, come back. Okay. So when I died, now the boss song is playing. Because we'll see if I want to see if this is actually in order, because I might have just broke the order of it. If not, okay. So the boss music is playing right now because there are supposed to be ships in the sky. But actually, give me 1 second because I think this is okay. So there are supposed to be ships in the sky attacking, or there will be in a second. So if I were to keep... Actually, I'll show you. We'll show the cutscene, and then I'll just reload. So you come down here. Blah, 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 blah. You know, everyone's having a good time because of the festival. Then Bowser starts attacking. And then after this point, you know, the whole city, you know, this whole area is under attack. Which is normally, you know, obviously that's supposed to happen. I don't remember how long this cutscene is, but I'm going to show you. It has to pass because I want to show you what's after it. But let's see. Well, I'll catch up. Kind of scroll through. While this is playing, I'll scroll through the chat and see some things. Jen and Chris Scheib. The stream is going to be probably for another half hour. Another 25 minutes, half hour or so. Let's see. Luigi will be coming back in a bit, but I want to show you guys this intro scene. I wish I could skip through this thing, actually, because really all I need to do is show you that things are being shot at by the big ships. But, yeah, this time it's like it's not gonna let me skip it. Bowser, hurry up and grab the castle. Actually, no, Bowser doesn't grab the castle yet. That's right, it's after this. Okay, but now, so if we look, we're gonna go back and show you. So now I can't go over this because it's busted. Let's see. So we're gonna rotate. So there's, you might not be able to see them, but there are ships. Okay, so the ships over here attacking, shooting little, you know, fireballs and cannonballs at us. So I think I can I'm pretty sure I can jump over this. So now we're over this fallen thing in particular. The cameras can't follow me though. Actually, it can. Okay, I have to break through that. So everyone over here is still partying. Because, so the game doesn't update and notify any of these guys back here that, you know, everyone's getting shot at down below. Which is kind of funny because, like, no one back here cares. So now we're going to reverse this situation. So now we went back to what we were doing because we have, you know, this gravity. So now we're going to do it flipped in reverse so you can actually see what happens when you skip past the place without loading the cutscene. So we'll go through here again with our, you know, our gravity, and then we'll switch back to Luigi after this because I definitely do love Luigi. But we're going to skip the cutscene up here because this place still gets lit up by gunfire even if you skip the cutscene. So we're going to long jump way up here. Hopefully it's making me move. I think it's okay. Ryan Kokoska, how are you today, Swanky? I'm doing really good. I'm having a lot of fun playing Super Mario Galaxies. Been working on it for this week's video. And right now I'm trying to show you guys some of the things that you can do. So this is actually sequence breaking in the game. So now you see there are random meteors and things hitting the planet, but everyone is still happy. Like, everyone's still celebrating over the festival, and the music is still cheery because we skipped the cutscene. Peach is still asking for help because at this point in the game, it still thinks that the cutscene happened, but behind us, it actually won't load because they're all out of my view, and for some reason Mars, you can't do the first-person view here. So if I walk back, then the cutscene happens. But so it's interesting because you can actually get up to if I were to go up that path, basically what happens is the cutscene loads and the castle just gets lifted off like normal. So now we're gonna swing back over to the land of Luigi. And actually go to some other places because those are, you know, I do want to check out some other levels. Is there any level in particular you guys want to see that I can kind of go and explore? But let me know. Let me know in the stream and in the chat. Let me know if there are any levels in particular you guys want me to check out. If not, I will just go ahead and just pick some. But let me know. I'll give you guys a few seconds to chime in. I'm not sure how much of a delay there is right now. YouTube gaming tends to be pretty flexible. And by flexible, I mean like it could be up to a 10-second delay, a 20-second delay, or 5. But I'm actually gonna. I have a computer over here that's checking in real time too, just to see where things are at. Okay, so I'm back on the ship. Okay. The beach one from the Secret Garden. Alright. You're going to have to refresh my memory because where is the Secret Garden actually located? Because I do not remember where the Secret Garden's at. Is it way up? Am I right? I might actually be right next to it, but I can't remember if there's actually... I always thought this place was cool too. By the way, this area where we're on, it looks like we're on top of a planet or something. Because I always wanted to know, you know, what was around here. It's kind of cool. It's a cool landscape with mountains and stuff around. But let's see. I'm gonna try to pop through a couple different levels. I don't remember if the beach one's up here. Matter, splatter, dark. Dreadnought. Okay, so I'm gonna try to remember the beach one. Let me go to Deep Dark Galaxy real fast because I know a couple people just suggested in the chat. I believe there's some interesting things that happen at Deep Dark. Because there are like the level loads really weird when you go inside it. If I remember correctly. Let's see. Bumble Blast of Underground Ghost Ship. Not sure which mission is. We'll go to just the first one, the Underground Ghost Ship. Okay, so we're at Deep Dark right now. Skip through that. Okay. So it's been a long time since I've done this. I think if I get on top of this, I think it makes me slide, but I think I can get on top of the ceiling for this in some way. But before we do that, I'm gonna do something real fast. As Luigi takes one for the team. Go up here. Okay. I don't remember where this pipe goes, but I think I can get on top of this. The interesting thing about, you know, this level in particular is the level just has, I mean, like some of the other levels in the game just has normal gravity. So you actually just fall straight to the earth instead of being, you know, adhered to like a round circle or something. Let's see if I can actually... Luigi, go! I actually think this is gonna I think this is going to cause me to get stuck in the ceiling, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've done this. Oh, no. Interesting. Okay, maybe it was the other... Maybe it's when the boss battle begins, you get stuck in a cage. I can't remember. I think this one, so unlike Space Junk, yeah, this one has a protective border around it. So I can't actually get out of the protective border. And it's pretty much all around. So I'm stuck fighting the boss. Which is kind of, because you can't even get out, like these, even before in the past, I always try to get outside these small little holes with the light coming out of them. But you're really just stuck here. So, other than a boss fight, there's not really anything too interesting about this. Because I can't go anywhere. So we're going to go ahead and pop back to right at the beginning of the level again. And we're actually going to stay up here now. So if this is also off the top of my head because I don't remember if this is correct, but I think Galaxies in Super Mario Galaxy, like, so we're moving towards this box over here. This purple box planet. I believe you actually pass through it because you can't actually get to it unless you shoot off on a star. Okay. So for me, for this one, so I'm going to try, I'm not sure if this is actually going to work. We'll see. I believe it was someone earlier mentioned in the chat, I think it was actually Get Lucky 12341 that talked about the actual Fly Forever code. So we'll actually see if we can do that. It may screw things up. Just throwing that out there. But let me see. Okay, I think I had it on here. I believe it's called like Spin to Fly Anywhere. Fly when spin move is used. We'll try this. Okay. I'm not sure if this is gonna last forever. We'll see. Okay, so that's a so like the interesting thing is this place in particular turns into so I can just go through it and I'm stuck inside. There's like you have the the precursor object, which is that rotating. Oh my gosh! Actually, hold on a second. Can we talk about how this looks just like Flood? I don't think I ever noticed this before. And he actually shoots water. That's really funny. Egad, what have you done? Let's try flying to the actual beginning planet. Oh, I gotta enable that again. 1 second. Let me catch up in the chat too, because let's see. Gauss was made in 2000. I'm not trying to be. Let's see. So while I'm looking for the thing, I don't know if you guys know. So I made a video earlier this year. No, it was actually last year. About SwankyBox. So I'm actually, those of you who like the channel, I'm actually writing a book about being a YouTuber and, basically pursuing creative things. Oh, geez, Luigi is going crazy. Basically pursuing, a creative way of living as I guess your career path. But there'll be a lot more updates on that coming, but I figured while I was doing this, I should mention that. Okay, so now that we have, let's see what's up here. Fish. See, with the flying code is interesting because it's almost like I'm oh, geez. It's like I'm deflecting from the gravity. Let's go way up here. If I can. Luigi, fly. Stop. Stop it. Anyone else see that box way up there? I want that box. I'm gonna go. Wow, that's far away. No, Luigi. I don't think I've ever noticed this box before. And judging from where we're at, let's see how far away we are. Yeah, the planet where we were at's not even there anymore. So the culling has long since unloaded the level. Get lucky 12341. If you could share with us what the box is, I'm curious because I never noticed it before. Even though I played this level as a kid with cheats and exploits on it, I don't think I ever noticed this up in the sky. So please share with the chat and I'll definitely share it. Read off what you say. This is taking forever. Oh, that's so neat. Okay. So, okay, now I get it. So this is the underground pipe. Wow, that's kind of cool. Huh, that's really neat. So, a lot of times in games, for those who aren't familiar, a lot of times in games, the, they store other parts of the map way off in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going to be able to collect this all on time, I don't think. Come on, Luigi. You got it. So they store, jeez. I feel like the axis of my controller is being weird. But basically, they store different rooms and stuff off in different areas of the game. You see this all the time where basically you go into a room and it teleports you somewhere else. So like in Super Mario Sunshine in particular, we had, when I did that stream, above Al Delfino, they actually had the interiors of the buildings. They just stored them above the city because it was easier just to use that as a calling point. This should take me right back to where I was at before. Yeah, okay. Right here. So the pipe I originally crossed before was actually where that box was from. That's so cool. They actually, normally they store it a lot closer than that. I was very surprised that that was stored that way far out. But, that was really cool. I'm glad I randomly saw that. And thank you, Get Lucky 12341 for, hinting at that and also telling me to, check this place out. Now, I know the other thing about this cavern, and you may also be aware of this too, that there's like, remember correctly, like, if you go inside, it force loads, I can't remember if it's down below or if it's in here. It unloads the outside. It's gotta be down below. Okay, it's down below then. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give myself infinite air, because if I want to show you guys this, I will need infinite air to do that. Luigi would submerge. There we go. Actually, I might have infinite. All right, no, I don't have it. Okay, so we're gonna enable infinite air. Let's see if I can find it in time before Luigi dies. Come on, Luigi. You got this. Here we go. Cool. Okay. So now we won't die when we're down here. Let's go ahead and check out. Because I think this... I want to get down here, then I want to punch the camera out, because I think basically what happens is now the top is unloaded. If I remember correctly. We'll see. Can I do first person view? No, I can't. Okay, so the beach and stuff, is it gone or is it right here? Well, the tops of the trees are gone. But that might be just because they're cropped out of my angle. Interesting. I guess I can't really show that because I don't know the full extent of that. But let's go ahead and pop over to another stage real fast. Let's see. All right. I think someone said, so I know someone said a beach level, but I can't remember where the secret garden's at. Does anyone know where the secret garden is at? Because I don't remember which of these rooms it is. I'm assuming it's one of the final end levels. It might be, actually it might be right there. If I get over here, okay. Let's see. Is it up here? Maybe? Okay. So Get Lucky 12341. I wasn't sure if that was the exact. So, someone before you was asked about a specific beach level, and I wasn't sure if it was the one up here. If there's even one up here, I can't remember. This might just be an ice level. Okay, never mind. Okay. So let's go ahead and do... Let's see. See if I don't even actually remember how to... Does the pipe get me off here? We'll find out. Luigi wants to go in it. Actually, this might work too. We'll just... Nope, never mind. Forgot it does that. Okay. Luigi, get in the darn pipe. Let's see. I always forget which levels are where, which sucks because like I'm like, oh, let's go do this, and I go to the place and like it's not there. Let's see. This is just the library. There's nothing in here. Possibly in here. Cat Yoshi 47. The Mario Happy Meal toys are out. I saw some people posting on Twitter about the Happy Meal toys. They're kind of interesting. They had like Luigi and like Luigi shoots out of a pipe or something, but I haven't had time to look at all of them yet. I always liked when they did stuff like that too, though. Beach Bowl, Ghostly Galaxy. Okay, well here's Ghostly. Alright. So which one will I go to? Luigi and Haunted Mansion. Very spooky sprint. Beware of Bouldergeist. Do the Haunted Mansion. Okay. Actually, I want to see what's... I'm curious. Toad has a pretty cool spaceship. Interesting. Okay, so let's see if we can... what we can do here. Okay, so the gravity is defaultly forcing me towards the mansion to some degree. Oh, I need to turn back on my flying. If we want to do that. Let's see. That's one of the problems when you are cycling through states and stuff. Link TMO1, hello from Germany. Thank you for tuning in. We're just kind of messing with Super Mario Galaxy and just flying around and having Luigi just kind of travel through space. Let's see what's up with random bones. So I mentioned this earlier. Now these spaceships look just like Pikmin spaceships. Oh, it turned me around. Whoops. Where is my Pikmin spaceship? Way up here. I don't know if I can... It's probably going to flip me around again. Let's see if I can get up there. Yeah, it looks just like Alamar's ship. Or, you know, Alamar and Louie's ship from Pikmin 2. Next time I'll have to put on a speed modifier. That way we can fly to these things faster. Hello, ship. Nope, nope. Luigi. I thought I was gonna die there for a second. Interesting enough, the moon jump wasn't working because I think because I didn't actually jump. Oh my gosh. What is going on, Luigi? I totally lost my bearings on that. I actually do not know where that ship went. So... let's see if I can find it. Luigi's like a little ant. Well, I lost that, so we'll go to this thing over here. So Kenneth Gutierrez, the ships from Space Junk are actually the same ships that are here. And actually in the game files, I believe it specifically states that they are supposed to be from this level. And I think they just at some point switched assets and moved one of the bosses to Space Junk. I don't know why. I wish I knew, but yeah, they are the same ships. And they're crashed. I always want to know why they're crashed. Why is it wrecked and debris floating all around them? Geez, this stuff is really far away. It's crazy how far. I mean, you don't realize how far away this stuff is when you normally play, because you get in the stars and they zip you over to them like going really, really fast. But this stuff is really. Also, the flying in this game is pretty slow. It's made for the hub world. Rosalina's comment, or Rosalina's whatever. That's why it's so slow, because you're supposed to just use it to navigate. I'm curious of where the gravity will force me if I exit this gravity from this. So that's one thing I do like about the moon jump over the actual flying code. I'm just interested in seeing where planets' gravities overlap, because you'll be moving and you'll get sucked into a different gravity. It looks like it's not working for this one though. It looks like I'm not getting, or at least I haven't reached it. The gravities on these could be really, few and far in between because everything's so spread out. So yeah, it's just gonna make me fall all the way back down. Okay. Can I get to the roof of the mansion? Probably. Although, unless I flip it, it may be pretty difficult. Because I think, if I remember correctly, this level, the orientation changes, which will be problematic because unless that happens, I may not. Unless it has circular gravity. If it has circular gravity, then it'll be no problem. But I don't think it does because there's black holes right around it. I'm gonna try to go to the roof right now, as you guys were requesting in the chat. This takes so dang long to get there. Come on. Oh, okay, orientation just flipped, which is good because now we can actually land on it. Or at least I think we can. We might go through it, might not have collision. Oh, jeez. Come on, Luigi. Come on. That's interesting. So it wasn't a black hole that even killed me. So I hit the... What happened was I hit the wall, and there's a death barrier right where I was standing. Jeez, they're all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna go over there normally. Actually, I don't know if I can. We'll see if this works if I stand this and actually. Okay, I can still use them. So we'll go over here normally, then we'll flip upside down. Oh, jeez. Animator Cat. Swanky, do you do raids? Raids on what in particular? Which game were you referring to? Bulbasaur, yes. I'm using a couple different hacks. Okay, so now I should be able to... If this orientates correctly, once I get over here, the level should allow me to get to the roof. Fingers crossed. Just in case it doesn't, we're going to create a backup because I want to make... Because I think I have like a few lives left. Oh, gee. So once you get... That's really funny. Interesting. So you can't get to the... I'm trying to think how you could do this. So obviously we were near the mansion ceiling before, the roof. But it doesn't let you because you just die from black holes. And the black hole seems to pull you from anywhere in particular. So like... Oh, so raid is in send the stream elsewhere to somewhere to some other place. And I was totally looking at the chat when I just died. I've never done a raid before. I've only streamed like 4 or 5 times. When you first said raid, I thought you meant specifically like in games. Like, you know, like World of Warcraft has raids, RuneScape has raids. There's so many different MMO games that have raids. But no, I'm still fairly new to the, I guess, the live streaming culture. But I don't know. Potentially in the future, maybe I will. So no matter what I do, I'm gonna die here. So the only way to get around this is if I get around the black hole right from the beginning. So we're gonna do that same thing we did before, where we're gonna go way up. And I'm gonna see if I can get to the roof. So if we stay out of the boundaries of the black hole, we should be safe, but there's a high chance it's still gonna kill me because they have kind of ridiculous pull range. All right. To make things easier, we're once again going to create a save so we can, if I die, we'll come back to it. All right, so let's see. I'll be upset if I die. The camera's really wonky right now too. It's like trying to snap back to the... Okay, let's see where we're at. So this is interesting. The backside of the mansion isn't even loaded. There's no textures. That's really cool. Nope. Nope. You're not killing me. Nope. No! So if you get near the back of the mansion, it instantly kicks you off. And it just kills you. However, we did make a save. So let's see if I can actually get on top of the mansion instead of just trying to approach it from the side. Darth for Alligator. Waluigi is way underrated. He's definitely one of my favorite Mario characters. Come on, Luigi, you can make it. The mansion, so the ceiling looks kind of lame. It's probably gonna make me fall again. Just a heads up. So that's interesting. It just made me load a different... I think I'm probably gonna go through this. I'm just throwing it out there right now. Yeah. Okay, so Luigi's swimming through the ceiling of the mansion. So Bulbasaur, for those who are saying there's only 34 viewers compared to 200 for Super Mario Sunshine, YouTube didn't notify people this time, which is kind of annoying. Because Super Mario Sunshine, I did it right. I figured out how to actually, send the notification out to people through live streaming through the event. And when I did it this time, it didn't go out to anyone until like it just popped on. I'm not sure if you guys even got the exact, update. Normally it sends out too. It pings you when one's coming, and then when I go live, it does it too. But yeah, it didn't really do it this time. So this is kind of interesting. Okay, I think I'm stuck inside the mansion now. No, I'm not. Nope. Nope. Not dying, Luigi. Not dying, Luigi. The gravity here is so strange. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like normal gravity. That's interesting. I've come to save you, my twin. That's really weird. Okay, let's see. Oh geez, the camera's stuck. Okay, so I'm actually in... I don't think... Yeah, there's gonna be a collision on all the entrances in here. Which is no fun. Although these camera angles are interesting. So let me see something. I can't tell if it's just... if it's actually loading something different. Or if these things actually exist. So that's neat. So look here. There's a iron gate right through this hallway, but when I go through it... Oh, it's still there. Okay, I didn't notice it before. I thought for some reason it was not there. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm not crazy then. So unfortunately, yeah, there's not much inside the actual mansion because I can't really do anything. And in terms of what's going on out here, let's see. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, but I don't think there's much more I can do. I mean, I could try seeking out some of these faraway places and things, but I don't think it's going to. So let's try to get one more level in. Wow, Luigi loves humping stuff in Luigi's Mansion too. I appreciate the continuity. So I'm gonna pop to one more stage and then probably wrap up the stream. But let's go ahead and get out of here. So I'm gonna actually kind of, let's go to, let's see, where do I want to go? We'll go to the Gusty Garden place because that place has fantastic music. I don't remember if it's not in here, it's down below. Actually, I think it is down below, but I'm going to pop in here just to make sure. No, because it's Dreadnought. No, we're already... Yeah, never mind. It's not up here. Was it in here? Yeah, I actually wasn't paying attention when we went in here and chose the one. So this might be redundant because I'm going to go check out a bunch of different places because I cannot remember for the life of me where particular levels are at. Not here. Beach Bowl's cool too, though. Actually, how about this? We'll check out Buoy Base. Buoy Base was one of my favorite things because it was a full-blown galaxy that only had one star. But it was... I thought it was such a cool level, and I really like the music here. Chad Cruz, Gusty Garden is one of my favorite places on the game. That's actually the level I was trying to find, but I couldn't remember exactly where I was at. But I always like Buoy Base as well, because technically it's a hidden level. You have to meet some requirements in another stage to make it become viable. But with gravity and flying, we can kind of do our own thing. Yeah, actually, let's go flying through the ring of debris. I'm pretty sure none of this stuff is gonna have collision. I'd be very surprised if it did, because there's no point in having collision. Nope. Okay. It's a warp pipe. We also, I mean, it may kill me, but I'm gonna see if we can get to the bottom too. Yep, it's gonna kill me. Oh, that's interesting. Some of you guys can tell what's going on. Luigi's a breakdancer. Because he's totally just spinning on his head. That is awesome. Oh, now that's the gravity inverted again. I think my favorite thing about this is just the overlapping gravities, because like I was just upside down, but I was still in the gravity of Buoy Base, which I should have been right side up. Ah, I flipped again. The interesting thing about flipping is I actually can't reverse it at that moment. Let's get really, really far in the sky and see what happens. So one of the things I liked about Galaxies was like the beautiful star backgrounds, but like they're so far away. Like, look how far, I mean, it takes me forever to zoom. This is a really fast camera. To like reaches the edges of these skyboxes. We'll fall now. Oh, Luigi, your camera sucks. Okay. I believe isn't there? I can't remember. There's a boss in here, isn't there? Or am I? Or I just have to open this in general. Come on. It is a giant Pokeball. Oh, you know what? I forgot I was supposed to collect. I just totally was not paying attention to anything on my screen, which is what I do often. I forgot I had to collect these star pieces. What is going on, Luigi? Jeez. The gravity is really screwing me up. Oh, geez. So, this is interesting. I can't jump out of the water. Oh, well that... What is going on? I feel like something's not loaded. Okay, because I just fell through this. Maybe it's always like that. Maybe I always thought that was in the glass orb, but maybe it's not actually in the glass orb. But I wasn't able to jump out of the water there for a second. Now I can. Alright. Alrighty, well, so I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of trip through just different things in Mario Galaxies. Obviously, there's tons of different levels we can explore, but I'm gonna start wrapping up the stream just because we've been going for about an hour and a half now. Those of you who came, thank you so much. On top of that, I'm gonna be posting a link in the chat. If anyone, I put all these streams on a second channel called SwankyBox Live, so you can actually see the link right there. That'll take you straight to the actual other channel where these go. But on top of that, for those of you who use Discord, I have a Discord as well. So that is basically a chat room where you can kind of talk anytime, meet other fans, talk to other people. So it's kind of a cool thing. It's a really cool community hub for all of us. So if you're interested, definitely check that out. If everyone's saying raid Game Theorist, totally. If you guys want to go raid Game Theorist, let me pull up a link real fast, so you guys don't have to check for yourself. The thing about Game Theory is like you'll raid Game Theory live, but you'll just be absorbed by their they probably have like 20,000 people watching or 10,000 people, 15,000. So like, good luck. It's the Wild West out there. But yeah, anyone who wants to go and raid the Game Theorists, I don't know the actual raid, I guess, way to do it. So there's a link that is put in the chat from the SwankyBox Live. You can definitely pop over to Game Theorists, see what they're doing. But thank you so much for checking it out. There's going to be a new video this weekend on Super Mario Galaxies. I'm writing a book. I'll be doing a lot more of that recently. You can expect that sometime later this year. And then, yeah, once again, thank you for coming out. And I will see all of you guys next week and also this weekend. So stop into the Discord if you can. And then cheers, guys. Thanks for stopping by.